What's up, everybody? I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight to the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. I want to introduce myself. I am the announcer, the promoter. Y'all know who I am. It's the Duck. Now, coming to the stage is Dominique and his friend Artisha.
Man, what's good? What's good? What's not good? What's always good? What's good, everybody? It's your boy once again, Dominique, on the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. What you thought I wasn't gonna come back? I always come back. I love y'all. Stop lying. I hate y'all. Stop lying. I love y'all. Today is such a great day because why? Because we alive. We got air in our bodies. We here. It's another day. I just don't know. I just don't know. We are here. It is what it is. It's the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast with your boy Dominic here once again. Y'all know I don't do this show alone. I don't do this show alone. Now, if you guys are nice, I got a special guest that may be popping in. He said he gonna pop in. I'm gonna keep him at his word because I love him dearly. He is. I'm not even gonna say nothing until he come in. Let me introduce 1/3 of the reversed Oreo situation. She's my co-host, Queen of the Memes, Queen of the Lambs, Queen of the McGillicuddy. I'm telling you, her mission is in life is to get you alcoholic intensified. I know I have went to her situation, and it is what it is. So let me bring in BC the Sunshine. What's up, BC? What is this?
Hello, everybody. Stop telling people that. Don't be telling everybody my secrets.
Your secret what that you plan to get to, that you think it is your mission?
Good evening, everybody. Pay no attention to the man. Oh, to my which side? That side. He's on that side. Pay no attention to him because he's just talking to talk. Good evening, everybody. Because I'm looking, and so side note, you like the way the light is hitting off my forehead. My forehead looks kind of good today.
I did not know
Hey,
that forehead looking good is part of the dress code in the situation.
It is because I got my shirt on. I got my shirt, so my forehead has to look good. With my shirt on, my First Amendment podcast shirts.
Yes, the shirt and the
stick not included with the shirt. Stick not included.
The stick is included with the shirt.
We're not even 5 minutes in. It hasn't even been 5 minutes.
Just for you, BC. Just because of that, I have 2 sticks. Y'all know what it is. Now, the other third of the reversed Oreo situation, the situation is my girl QT, and we ain't talking about Quick Trip, when she loves their ice, is my girl Keita Boo. What's happening, girlfriend? Wait a minute. I like that shirt. What you got on?
And I got on bottoms. Hey!
You got pants on? Guess what? I got my shirt on too, and I got pants on today.
Oh, snap. Oh, that's all we had to do was bring a special guest for the man to wear pants. That's what's up.
That's all we had to do was get the special. We ain't even going to talk about the special guest right now. We're going to talk about the fact that this is the first time in a year and a half in over 30-something episodes that I have wore pants.
Because I've called the city on you, and they just told me just to pray about it.
They said pray about it. This is the 2/4 and the 7ths of our Oreo crew situation. My girl Bridget, she's dealing with some family issues. She said she need a shirt. She said yes. And then here my uncle, he said TMI. So, for those that don't know, we do got a special guest coming on. I am going to say his name because he did say he was going to come on. If he don't come on, more power to him. I still love him. We got a special guest. My uncle said, "What's up, nephew?" What up, Uncle T? We got a special guest coming on. I am going to cash app somebody $15 if you've been paying attention and you know who my special guest is. I am going to read some of the accolades of this man. The first person to put in the comment that gets it, I'm going to cash app you some money. So he was born in Chicago, raised in Monroe, Illinois, Monroe, Louisiana. That is the home of the Duck Dynasty, people. Right? Oh, wait a minute. Time out, y'all. Time out. We have to pay homage. Shout out to my girl, Dr. She in the back, and she run with me every Tuesday. And she's the only woman in my life that don't talk crazy to me and that likes the stick. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Back to the situation. So I've got a contest right now. This is what we're gonna do live on the show. If you can guess who my guest is, and you should have got it because you saw the flyers and stuff. I tagged every one of my peoples in there. Got a whole lots of people. So he was born in Chicago, Illinois, raised in Monroe, Louisiana. He found his way comedy by way of the United States Navy, where he performed for some of the toughest audience. For 4 seasons, he served as the co-host and man on the street for TV1's comedy competition, Bill Bellamy's Who Got Jokes. He also appeared on HBO's Def Comedy Jam, BET's Comic View, Showtime with Jamie Foxx, Lollapalooza, Stars Network. Martin Lawrence presents the First Amendment stand-up, E-Network's Chelsea Lately, and Byron Allen's Comics Unleashed. On the big screen, this man has joined Tyler Perry, host of other stars. He was in Tyler Perry's Medea's Big Happy Family. He also teamed up with Tony Rock in the film The Last Laugh. A drama comedian, he has also had a nightly role on The Monique Show. He has tours around the country. He also had a live comedy tour called All the Way. All the Way. I got to put way because it's politically correct. So the first person in my comment section to guess who my host is, I'm going to live cash app you on this show. I ain't gonna tell you how much money it is because it's enough to buy you lunch and gas and possibly a stripper if you go that way. That's just
but you just told everybody what if they were paying attention. You literally.
I don't know what he's talking about. You can get all this for $15.
I didn't say $15. I said it's a possibility. It could be more, could be less. I'm just.
Can I join this contest?
No. You cannot join the contest because
you got that awesome T-shirt,
and you have the T-shirt, and you have the stick. That's just.
We don't want the stick. We don't want the stick.
The stick.
I'm vegan. I don't want the stick.
When did y'all become vegetarians?
Oh,
all of a sudden, you guys are vegetarians and pescatarians in the situation. You guys like all 2 beef patties with special sauce, and that's why you got churns. That's all I'm saying.
First of all, I don't know those children. I don't know those little people. They have my name. I don't know them.
That is wrong because all of them look like you. Number one, they all have your craziness. That's number 2. 2 out of the 5 smoke weed like they have baked, right? 1 put cold pasta in the microwave with cake because he was high. Not once, but twice, and tried to get the other little one to get him a 3rd plate because he was still high. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, Afro Man did a whole bunch of weird stuff when he was high. He made a whole song about it.
You know what? I can't deal with y'all. I just cannot.
Yeah, I'm a virgin. I don't have no kids, so let's talk about.
Huh?
You heard me. I don't have no kids, and I'm a virgin. I'm good.
Okay, I understood the first part of the question that you said that you don't have no churns. Okay. The latter part.
You heard me.
Said you're a virgin. Like the airline, like the olive oil, like Mary. BC had to take a drink. I am going to take a drink on that one.
I said what I said.
You do know this is live, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She said that she is a virgin, y'all. That is her story, and she gonna stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna say why she has a thing on her head. That is not
Well, if she gets to be one, I'm one too.
uh-uh.
If she gets to be one, I'm one too.
And I got
So
the
what?
scarf on my head because you didn't give me enough time to comb my hair, and it looks a mess. So I put the scarf on my head to be safe.
All right, y'all. Now listen. Now listen. We got to hold the noise down. I need y'all to just everybody be quiet because as of right now, we are in the presence of greatness. I am talking about he is a living legend, living one of the greatest comedians still breathing. Now they did say give them their flowers while they're alive, so we're gonna give them the community garden down on Quindera with the 4 potatoes, 3 watermelons, and 6 onions in there, right? He is live on my show. He has been on every major platform and has killed it. He is the first man to wear a crushed velvet purple shirt on Byron Allen's comedian show. He is one of the first comedians to been on more Chitlin Circuit stages than anybody recorded alive. I'm gonna bring him onto the show. My guy, Mr. Rodney Perry. Everybody give him the claps.
I've had that before. Hello,
how you
ladies.
how you doing, Rodney,
What's
man?
up, D? How you doing, man? Thank you for having me, bro.
Man, it is a
Good
pleasure to
evening,
be
sir.
honor.
Welcome.
Yeah. BC the what?
The
I am an
sunshine.
angel. I'm the good one. I'm the good one.
Indeed, indeed. And
Okay, so let me.
Howard,
I'm
how
gonna
are you?
introduce. I'm gonna
I'm
introduce
really
my
good, and I'm
crew.
a big fan of yours. It's nice to meet you.
I'm
Wow.
gonna introduce my crew real quick. So Big C, this is one. This is 2.67 of my crew. We call it the reverse Oreo because one person is not here and she just as chocolate as you and she's in the middle of the BC and the Nikita.
Yeah,
So we call them the reverse Oreo is what we
nice.
call them. Right. That's BC up top, but we call her Brenda Sunshine. She shines Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays with the stick. And then
All
you got
right.
my girl Keita Boo right here. She's the other partial of it. She says she's a virgin, but don't hold your breath on that one. And I'm the host, Dominique, here. And we got Mr. Rodney Perry live on the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday, sir. So how's your day been going?
It's been a crazy day, man. I'm glad I made it back. I was breaking laws to get here so I can get in my own space to come and chat with y'all.
Yes, we are. That's how we do it on my show. If you notice in the back, this picture in the back right here, that is Datisha from the 30s. It's a
Okay.
painting of a naked black woman I got at a comedy show.
Good for
And
you.
she's been a fixture on my show since day one.
Love it.
Yes, so we are, man. I'm just so honored to have you on the show, man. Like I said, you are one of the greatest living legends of comics around. You have touched every platform and have killed it.
Wow.
You were out here killing the game before comedy made it to Hollywood like it is now. You know, you have been on
I,
stages and broke records and and a trendsetter, man. How does it feel to be just like a living legend, man?
you know what? I don't take it lightly. People use that word and you like, am I a legend? But one of my mentors said it to me, said, Rodney, you're a legend. I was like, what? And he the one who showed me the game, said the entertainer. So I've been blessed enough to get tutelage along the way. And legend just usually lends itself to doing something consistently over a period of time. And so if that's the case, then that's true. I mean, I've been doing comedy almost 30 years. And I've been on every stage from Def Jam to Comic View to, Byron Allen to, Tony Rock had a show once. I did that. I did First Amendment. I did uh, all the shows that you could do. I've done them. And,
Damn.
guys are trying to get credits and I have those things. But the reality is you still got to go perform. You know, you still got to go and be funny, and I take that seriously when you know, I go to LA sometimes just to let the young boys know I'm still out here in these streets and I'm not to be, you know, messed with.
Hold on, let me rephrase you some real quick. We cuss, we drink, we smoke, we keep it 100% on the First Amendment. Let's Talk Tuesday. Our motto is ain't no subject taboo. We talk about the things that don't nobody else want to talk about. So I'm gonna reiterate your last statement. He ain't to be fucked with.
That is
Just straight out.
a
I'm gonna say it. They don't like it. Oh well. He is not to be fucked with. This is Rodney Perry, y'all.
yeah,
You
no doubt.
understand it? Rodney effing Perry. I promise you, my favorite episode, you was on Byron Allen show. You had that purple suede, I think it was a purple suede blazer on, man. You
Ain't
was
no
sitting there
telling.
so clean with your fedora on. I was like, it ain't nobody. Look, and I'm a short guy myself too. And ain't no cleaner than Rodney Perry, man, when he come through, man. And
You know,
I've seen you perform
I
several
came
times.
from I came from that, you know, those guys. You know, I was under Sid the Entertainer and Steve Harvey, and that was the era when we dressed up to do comedy. And so now I tell the young cats is you don't have to wear suits like me, but you got to have a vibe.
Right.
You gotta have, you know, something, you know, where people can look at you and tell you're a performer. And so, you know, I pride myself in looking fly.
Man, I can't lie, man. You done look so. I'm telling you, boy, I done followed your style. I done been in church and I play the organ. I be on the organ just as clean as I want to be, man.
Come
Looking
on
for
now.
Mother Johnson. Every time she 90, but she can get it. Well, I let her know she can get it at 90.
Mr. Perry, Mr. Perry, if that blazer, if that crushed velvet or velours, if that jacket was on eBay, please know that this man would give an arm, a leg, and probably his left kidney
What
to
size
get
you?
that. And he would wear it everywhere.
What size jacket you wear?
Man, I'm a 45, man. 45 long. I got to
45
get it tailored
long.
because I
Your arm's longer than mine.
don't
Uh,
worry about it, man.
I might have some 46s, and I just took.
He would not care. He would put it on and just wear it. He
Uh,
would wear it to the grocery store, the gas station. He would wear it everywhere.
Man,
I
listen,
just
let me
took the
tell
stuff to
you.
go with.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm such a fan of yours.
Mhm.
I'm 41, so I grew up in that 70s, 80s era, and
Right,
I have watched our people, you, Sid the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, all those old greats, and
right,
comedy has always been our thing. No
yeah,
matter what platform that we go to, that's the one thing that nobody can take away from us. And nothing against any comics from any other race, because I do love them. Like I'm
yeah,
a huge Jeff Dunham fan, Gabriel Iglesias, but when it comes to black comedy, it is the 100% unadulterated truth. And I have watched your career since I was a kid, man.
wow.
Like literally have watched your show as a career. Everything you've been on from the Monique show. Like I was so happy when you was in Coming to America too, man. I was like,
You,
look at old Rodney Perry, man. Look at Rodney
yeah.
Perry in the Coming to America.
Hey, that was a big deal, man, because Eddie Murphy is the reason I tell jokes, and to have Eddie Murphy walk on set and know my name was, you know, unreal.
Wow. So do you still get starstruck knowing that you have like been in the company and been in the presence of all these major players in the game and stuff, man, and you yourself is a major player?
I mean, definitely around Eddie Murphy. Yeah, I mean, most people I keep it together, you know. But Eddie Murphy is definitely somebody that you give some gravity to. It's like if you was a basketball player, Michael Jordan walked in the room, you know, it would be like you would have a certain reverence for him, and I have a certain reverence for Eddie Murphy. But Arsenio is a friend of mine, so you know I should have the same reverence for him, but it's just a little different because you know. Again, that's the guy.
Right. Eddie's the man.
So
Eddie,
then,
go ahead, BC.
who did you watch growing up? Or I mean, I know you said Eddie Murphy, but who were some other comedians that you emulated to? What made you want to do what it is that you do? What
Uh,
sparked you?
I mean, definitely Eddie Murphy, but you know, I fall under the Robin Harris school of
Man.
comedy. I fall under the Bernie Mac school of comedy. You know, 'cause those people hail from Chicago. But there's tons of comedians that feed into who you become. There's people you never heard of. There's Tony Royster who pulled me to the side as a young comic and said, "Man, what you doing with all that stuff in your pockets?" you know. And to this day, I don't walk on stage with nothing in my pockets because he chastised me about that. Who else? There was a guy when we first started. His name escapes me right now, but he was our OG. Every comic has an OG. Somebody shows you the way. And Wayne Robinson was his name. And Wayne was a good guy. And he showed us how to be performers, you know. So there are the people that you know about, and then there's the people you don't know about.
So speaking of Monique, you mentioned you was on the show with Monique. Do you I love seeing you support a Black woman, you know what I'm saying? And I love seeing you have her back, and I love that show. Do you guys think you would ever bring that show back on? And do you think with the climate, because you know Monique, she keeps it real, even still. But do you ever think to bring it back, that show back on? Do you think you could keep it real?
There's some talk, you know. Monique calls me. We talk probably once a month, and she go, Rodney, we don't know when or where, but something gonna happen. And so she said it to me 2 different times in my life, and both times it was a show. And so, yeah, something could happen. We don't know when or where, but something could happen, you know.
And then I have another question for you.
Go ahead.
You had talked about the old heads and people that pulled you aside. Are there comics that you pull aside now with the newer generation of comics that you feel you can pull aside, or are you open to being a mentor to some of these newer comics?
Oh, I mentor tons of people, tons of comedians, tons of actors. You know, I teach an improv workshop, so there's a few that fall under my tutelage, and I welcome people that's willing to listen to the game, because I got it.
So with today's age and everything being so viral and digitally based, you know, do you feel like a lot of these new comics have it easier opposed to, you know, you guys used to travel. You guys used to drive to these locations. You guys just didn't have the best of hotels and, you know, back rooms and stuff like that. And, you know, the money or the payout wasn't as great as it is now. So do you think that there's a big difference, and do these up and coming comics have it a lot easier than you guys have, or what?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, the reality is the only thing that's changed is how people get famous. You know, when I was a Rudy Poot and I was trying to make my way, I wasn't even thinking about money. I just wanted to be funny. And then that changed, and you started, you know, want television because I saw the people that was coming home from working. Wow, I forgot this old picture. When I look like this guy.
Wow, I like that. That's what I'm talking about.
I noticed the guys that was coming home from working on the weekend, they all was on TV or in movies. So I began to do that. And so that thing affords me a certain amount of longevity. Y'all know my name because I did a TV project. Y'all know my name because I did a movie. Y'all know my name because of that. So you have to kind of be multifaceted. And nowadays, that same thing that makes you famous is here.
Right,
You're famous
absolutely.
in the palm of your hand, and you can't beat it.
So what a lot of people don't know is you were in the Navy. Am I correct?
I served in the Navy for 8 years, from 1990 to 1998. I was also in performing comedy during that time. My best friend Harry Ratchford, who is now one of the head writers over there for Kevin Hart, we were a comedy team back in those days, and Ratchet and Rock Comedy Explosion. We was having fun telling jokes.
Man, that's like I've done extensive research on you as far as your career, where you've been and stuff like that, man. And when I heard you was in the Navy performing, they were some of the toughest people because you know they stress and they out at sea and all type of stuff.
Well, I was never at sea. But I mean, it was cool. You know, it's like any other job. You know, people, your friends, they would come out and see you, and we were really blue. We was cussing and we was saying all kind of every manner of stuff. We made our first checks. I mean, I remember getting paid like some crazy amount of money, like $178.56 or something like that. And Harry and I split that. So that was the beginning, and we just kept going.
All right, go ahead, BC.
Well, I was gonna say, so the saying is laugh to keep from crying. Obviously, we've had a very trying past couple of years. Comedy, some of these new skits and these viral comedians, they've taken off and they've been a saving grace. I guess my question would be, do you feel as a comedian like some kind of a social duty, I guess, to keep people happy, to not only keep people happy but deliver the information in such a way, because there's a lot of people who, comedians or anybody on stage, but comedians especially, sometimes you guys can say something that may not listen to other people saying it, but it's the way you guys deliver it that they leave the show or whatever and they're like, I never thought about it like that. Do you feel some sort of social obligation or anything like that to speak on things?
I don't know if it's a social obligation, but I think my job as a comedian is to help lighten the collective burden. People are going through any number of things, and for a few minutes when you watch a comedian, you get to depart from it. So I don't have to be making a social commentary to lighten your burden, but sometimes comedians do that. And so if I can give you some relief from whatever you're going through for a few minutes, then I'm doing my job.
So recently with what did you want your legacy to be? When the time comes when God calls you home, because unfortunately I've seen a few of my favorite comics have unfortunately passed away, young and old, and everybody always has good stories, but what would you want people to mainly say about you? Like, what do you want your legacy to be?
Great question, Ms. Hightower. This is what I want at the end of the day. When people start talking about comics and the best that did it, that I be in the conversation. I don't have to be at the top of the list, but if I can be in the conversation, man, they had this back in the day. It was, Eddie Murphy was great then, but that Rodney Perry though, if I can get one of those, then I'm doing good.
Well, you're getting it now. I'm just gonna let you know that now. It's already there. The legacy is there. We just need you to continue doing it. I'm gonna be honest with you, because like I said, I love comedy. I watch comedy. It's always been a great deterrent from just life itself. Certain comics that I love more than others. I've had the opportunity of doing security for other comics, and like, it's been a great pleasure and honor to work with them. Just being who I am, and so. And one of the reasons why I started this show, and I always tell people, I started the show out of anger. Just at the time, Black Lives Matter, George, looking just like that. The whole George Floyd stuff, and I have a shirt that says, "I wish a Karen would." I have not been blessed with a Karen yet. For a whole year, I've been looking for a Karen, and it's a reason why. I need a crazy white woman to call me a nigga and tell me what I can and can't do. That is going to be the last time that she tell anybody what the hell going on.
Right.
Because I'm going to personally tell her, I don't like you, don't care about you. Go F your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother. I hope you put your head in the toilet and take a deep breath in a bowl full of shit. Whoa. That's just me.
Ouch.
Yes. Because the reason why is because at the time they was protesting, I had to work, right? So I couldn't get off in time to go protest. Plus, I'm too fat and lazy, and I didn't want to walk downtown and park the car, 4 other blocks and stuff.
March.
Right. And then on top of that, I don't like wearing pants because I work from home. And because of you, this is the first show in over 30 episodes that I have wore pants. Just because Rodney Perry's on.
Thank you for wearing pants. I'm honored by that.
Now, it's because of you, and my girls know I have no problem.
Hold on, I gotta go put some pants on myself.
Because I will get up and walk away and forget that I'm on the damn show. Wait a minute, hold on. You ain't said nothing but a word. Hold on. I've been saving this whole one for you myself. All right, but anyway. But yes, I started this show out of anger, but it became a platform for a voice, to say what I want to say without being restricted.
Yeah.
To say what I want to say without somebody telling me that's inappropriate or that's not politically correct. My response is fuck you. I'm an American citizen. I got the same rights. That's why I got the show called the First Amendment. Let's Talk Tuesday. The only reason why I chose Tuesday because that was my only off day at the time
Right.
because I work from
Okay.
home. And it became a platform for me and others too. Last December, I honored all local businesses and people that were starting businesses because of the pandemic. So I was doing 4 shows a week and just having them come on, having them present their product to the world. We've been blessed to have 3,000 followers on this
Wow.
podcast,
Huge.
and we've only been in existence for a little over a year and a half. God has really been blessing us. Nikita's been here with me from the beginning. BC came on, and then I have another person that's too. But we have truly been blessed to be on here, and that's what we kind of want our legacy to be, is our name just to be mentioned. It's not about money. It's not about that. It's just the fact that I can say what I want to say, and you can't do shit about it
There you go.
because I'm black, because I'm short, because I'm fat. It don't matter.
Well, speaking of that, I have a good question for you. Now we can do that on this podcast. We can say, whatever, but the bigger you are, the less you can say because certain things will just shut you down. How do you feel about the way things is changing and evolving? Do you think that hasn't hindered, or do you think it hasn't hindered like your comedy? And like, how do you feel about cancel culture?
I mean, it's real, but I mean, I kind of live my life this way anyway. I don't say nothing I'm not prepared to stand behind or say again. And so I make it my business not to really come for people, for lack of a better word. So, but sometimes you make mistakes. I mean, I had when I was touring with Monique, I had a joke that offended some people, and I didn't even realize it was offensive until I got in front of that group of people. And so it could happen, and you got to be willing to apologize if you need to, and be sincere. And people know when you're BSing. And so at the end of the day, you're always looking to be authentic. If you're your most authentic self, people can't cancel you. I don't think.
So let me ask you a question. As long as you've been doing this, and I know you've been doing it just on every stage, when you got that first big check, and it solidified you in this game, how did it make you feel? And did you blow it all?
Well, I mean, big check is relative. I got a check for coming to America that was huge. It was crazy. But I remember I did the Bay Area comedy competition in 2002, and I won. And that was a $5,000 check. That was the first time I got $5,000, and I was just super, super happy and proud of myself. And as far as what we bought, I mean, we needed some things. We bought some stuff we needed. You know what I mean? But I mean, all in all, I'm pretty, focused when it comes to spending money. My credit score is great. I'm a homeowner. I'm multiple cars. BC, you smoke cigarettes?
Yes, she does. She smokes cancer sticks every day.
She don't look like a smoker at all. She hit the square like old school, do like.
Right. She hit it from the side, right?
Gee, thanks.
That was old school. That was real perfect. I like that. No, but I mean, to answer your question, man, you make money, man. That's just the occupational hazard of being good. And if you're a good comedian, you will make money.
That's what's up, man. Now, as being a comedian, is this what you've always wanted to do? Or was this something that like just fell into your lap and you made the most of it and been successful? Or was this just like literally everything that you wanted to do?
I had a teacher in second grade that would let me tell jokes at the end of the day if I shut the hell up. My family would have like get-togethers at the crib, and they would listen to party records, Red Fox, Miles Mabley. That's what they did. And I remember listening because my bedroom was right off the living room, and I would just sit there and listen to these grown-ups laughing at this guy or girl that was on the record. And I was like, I'm going to do that one day. And I remember I was a kid, and my mother had these encyclopedias, and I saw my name in the book, and Rodney means famous. So I told my mother, I said, Mama, see, look, I'm going to be famous. And I've been talking about this my whole life. Like when I talk to old friends, One of my childhood buddies, I just ran into him in Minneapolis a couple of weeks back. He said, dude, you used to talk about it all the time. You used to make jokes and skits and stuff, and we used to do them. And I don't remember this stuff, but I was clearly focused on being in comedy as a young man.
That's what's up, man. Not everybody can do that and stay focused and continue to do that as long as you've been doing, like you said, almost 30 years, man. That's
Yeah.
how old most of these kids is nowadays, is
Hey,
30 years old and more. And
I got a 32-year-old.
man, so you already know it, man, and to be able to still be funny, that's the crazy part. Some comics just get old and die off. They just there.
You can definitely get past. You know, I've seen comics get left behind, or you know, when you got material that, like, I knew this dude. He used to have this. You remember Gregory Abbott?
Yes,
Girl,
sir.
I've been watching you from so far across the floor.
Yes,
This
sir.
dude, his big joke was a Gregory Abbott joke, and one day that joke got old, and when that got old, his whole shit got old, all like that overnight. And I just remember, like, damn, that motherfucker was so good, but the fucking bit got old, and the world just passed him by. And so I was paying attention enough to see that and know that I didn't want to be that guy. And so I'll probably do comedy the rest of my life, but I just don't want to have to do it. You know, I see some older comics that are going up when they 75 and they got to go get $2,500 from a comedy club in Albuquerque. You don't want to have to do that shit. You want to work when you want to work, and hopefully you can do it at a high level.
So what would be the thing that would make you say, I made it? Like if he was gone today, I made it. Like like maybe host the Oscars or something like that. What would be that final thing to just say, if I made it? Anything after that, I'm good.
Man, you know what? I mean, that's, I've heard people say that's on their dream list to host the Oscars. If I could, and I'm already a touring comedian, but if I could tour this country and like on a high level, like, the big venues, the Fox Theater, the Madison Square Gardens, and sell out those shows, that would be a big achievement for me. But that stuff is coming.
Well, okay, I want to step aside from just comedy. I want to get you as a person and just your thoughts and opinions about stuff. So we know here in the last couple of years, police brutality, George Floyd, protesting. What is your take on what's going on with our culture as a people? Do we as a society, as our own people, perpetuate our own vices and our own results in these situations and stuff like that? Give us your opinion about what's been going on, George Floyd, the Karens, everything that's going on in the last couple of years.
Well, no, to answer your question, no, it's not our fault that people are fucked up and horrible. It's just now there are cameras, right? Because let's not forget, less than 20 years ago, they dragged the motherfucking Jasper, Texas.
Sure did, and hung him in Town Square. Right in Jasper, Texas.
They dragged them to nothing, right? And so that's not 20 years ago. You got to think. I'm 50 years old. We are first generation blacks to be free. Our parents weren't free. They were still under Jim Crow and redlining and all of that. And so we're the first generation that can even question the establishment, and can even have a George Floyd where the world takes notice and does something. It's less than 30 years ago when nothing was done. Police brutality. Look at the comedy. Comedy is always an echo to the culture.
Right.
Red Fox was doing jokes about police brutality 40 years ago. Richard Pryor, can you break a nigger? Yes. This is not new. And so, as for those of us that speak to this culture, for those of us that speak to the culture, you got to know it's nothing new, and it requires our voices to be louder than ever.
I totally agree with you. My voice is super loud. I'm also a gun owner, registered gun owner, and
For
I
sure.
got I have no problem letting people know this is not what you want. I'm proud now. A little bit about myself. I've been to prison. You know, been out almost 12 years, never been back, got my record expunged.
Mhm.
I own a security company. I've been able to make leaps and bounds and stuff. And I'm that type of person that don't have no excuses whatsoever. If I myself can make it, anybody can make it.
Wow.
Anybody can make it. It ain't too many people that say that they done did time, got out, got their record expunged, and can legally walk into a store and go buy a firearm to protect themselves. Because I don't believe the police can protect you as better than I can. That's just me. Now I don't go out inviting trouble, but if
Right.
it comes to me, you can knock on
Hey,
my house and rob it if you want to.
you get what you put on the counter.
Absolutely. Because if you walk into my house trying to rob it, you ain't gonna leave. I'm just gonna let you know the police ain't gonna save you. They ain't gonna come. They ain't gonna come because they know I'm retarded and I don't wear pants. And if I have to get my fat ass up out of this chair, it's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
some
bad.
problems.
Bad day. We gonna move some
You know,
furniture.
because it's right behind this curtain is my office. That's where I work at. So I just roll around and go, I'm good. You make me get up out this chair, it's gonna be some shit.
Ooh.
That's all I'm saying.
I ain't mad at
So I have with me, BC, and Quiet Storm, we are also part of a group called Cypher, right? Cypher is our truck
you.
and
You got the
SUV
rap.
club. Yes. I'm going to read you our mission statement. I want you to tell me what you think about it. Our mission statement is to educate our youth within our communities, to teach them how to neutralize and negate all negativity so that they may have and offer a more promising future. Give me your thoughts and opinion upon that.
I mean, that's noble ask. I mean, the youth are the future. You know what I mean? Like, we grown. We are we. Tupac said it won't be the revolution won't come from a grown man. Revolution is gonna come from the youth. Somebody's got to get fed up and have the energy to do something about it. And it won't come from you and I. It'll come from somebody young. And for you guys to be fostering the youth and giving them the tools they need to move forward, you can't beat that. And how about this? We're also a generation without fathers.
Absolutely.
So to have a man in the situation is very powerful. I mean, I don't know about I don't know about y'all, but I'm a product of a single parent home, and a lot of my friends are, a lot of my friends are, my wife is, my her friends are, and so the the part of the problem with our community is the fact that our family unit was attacked, and the lack of family creates a circle, so to speak. You have very educated women that with a bunch of very uneducated men, that are incarcerated and locked up and put away and left for no good, and that's just not true. And how do you have a successful child and he don't have a look at what a successful couple look like?
Absolutely. And then that's part of our mission and our statement. What we do is we use our vehicles as a platform. Some of our members have big trucks and SUVs with big tires and lights and stuff. And, we take pride in our vehicles. It's
Right.
been around see, the founders and them started almost 20 years ago. But, we're all a part of this organization, and we try our best to get out there in the community and to make sure that we lead by example, that you don't have to make those same mistakes that I made. You can get this big truck with these big rims and these beats and these lights and stuff, long as you work hard.
Not
And
me
That's
though. I don't have a fancy car. My car's not
shit.
fancy at all.
I broke the
my
mold.
windshield wipers still stay up.
Now,
They
let,
don't go down.
It's very, very okay to have a fancy car.
thank you. Now let me tell you about
But
the car
for
situation.
what it's worth, my daughter is in college. Her tuition is paid for this first year. My car is paid off. My bills are paid. So, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Your next car gonna be fancy as hell.
I'll take that.
She
But
don't
you
even
know,
I'll
know
take
we're gonna work on it. Let me
I
tell you
accept
about her
it.
car situation. Let me tell you about her car situation. So she got Earl, right? Earl is this Buick Rendezvous. Earl had a crack window where you rolled it down and you had to stick your arm out and open it. You had to put a pair of pliers and a hanger to get
Come
the
on,
trunk
Earl.
open. That's Earl. Let me tell you about Queefer. Queefer. It's a van. Tell him what year and what the feature is in the van, BC.
First of all, I have 5 children, aging from almost 21 down to 11. Laquifa is a 2001 Oldsmobile Silhouette. She's also paid for, and she was a premiere version of it, so she came standard with a VCR.
That still work.
That still works.
Where you buy VCR tapes from?
Wait a minute. So
Like the thrift stores. I've had kids. I'm 21 years in this game.
I just got rid of a bunch of VCR tapes.
Okay, Rodney. The car's so old, she went to go get it registered, right? And the dude wasn't nothing but 22. He looked at it, didn't know what the hell it was. He said, just let it go through, y'all. It's just, right, just something.
Ain't no way this car gonna pass emissions.
Didn't know nothing. He got a VCR in. He said, what the hell is this? It's not Bluetooth? So she had... Right, she had a hard time registering. They had to go get the
Again, my cars are paid for. I don't have to spend $700 to show I have $700. My cars are paid for.
And the
they get me from point A to point B and sometimes a point C if it's on a hill and I can coast. But whatever, they work and I'm thankful for them.
I'm the same way. I got a car with my windshield wipers. Even when you cut off the car, they still stay up. But I'm like, I ain't got to pay for it. So,
right.
I don't have to worry about coming out of Walmart and my car's been repoed or my rims have been repoed. I don't have to worry about that. Nobody's gonna mess with Earl or Queefa.
Already paid the price for that. But it's all. Let me tell you something. What you don't want to have to do is fix it because they don't make them parts no more. So,
right, that's what I told her.
The new car's coming. It's okay. It's okay to want things that are nice.
Right.
Sometimes I'll be wondering when I leave Walmart. Sometimes I'll be wishing somebody would steal my car so I can go get the check.
Ain't nobody gonna relieve you of that problem.
You know it's bad when you come out of Walmart and you see your car and you go, damn, it's still here.
And leave it and they still gonna leave you out.
You done left money and a note in there. Please take this motherfucker's gas money. Just the windshield wiper might not work in the rain. And you come out of Walmart, you like, damn, it's still here. That's how you know.
I've seen cars on the side of the highway like that. They was just like, you know what? Just take it. I'll just walk. I don't fuck it.
Yeah, but my car still gets me back and forth, so it is what it is. But I just got one other question for when he was talking about the way of the world and the way things going. How do you de-stress? How do you keep yourself, being who you are?
I play John Madden football.
You're a gamer?
I'm not a gamer. I play John Madden. I only play one game, but I love it. Matter of fact, when we get off here, I'm going to play some Madden right now.
Really? I did not expect that. That is crazy.
Yeah.
So for me, the way I de-stress and stuff, I go to the gun range. I go to the gun range and I beat up Africans on the weekends. That's just what I do. Yeah, I do security at an African club, and sometimes they get on my nerves. They come in. I can't understand half the shit that they say when they drunk or when they sober.
Yeah.
So I just beat up Africans. I love them to death.
Right though too.
I love them to death. They're family, but sometimes you just got to knock the goat meat out of them.
Hilarious.
It is what it is. I love them to death though. That's me. But my de-stress is the gun range. I got to go. I ain't been in a while because ammo's a shortage right now, and it's kind of high as hell though. But the gun range is me.
I love it.
How you de-stress, BC, besides the minions?
They are the reason for my stress. What are you talking about? I two-step and draw and make things and bother people.
Actually, do you have the lamp ready? You got one ready to show him?
I mean, I have lamps. I don't. They're like.
So part of what we do on the show, anybody that's a guest on our show, is we send them a care package, right? And we are from the hood. There's nothing two ways about it, right? So we're inventive. Like I said, this pandemic has everybody done started a business. BC, because she's an alcoholic, turns the liquor bottles into lamps.
Let me see. Turn it on.
It's on. I got the light. I got a light on, so you probably well.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I saw it.
There we go.
That's dope as hell.
I got one
So
too.
I have a collection of alcohol bottles because I have alcoholic friends too. You said what?
Is there a hole in the bottom?
No, it's actually on the back. So it's an actual bottle. It's a whole
Okay.
actual bottle. It's this one's not sealed, and then I actually have a couple I'm working on that are actual lamps with lamp shades. So,
Wow.
Something to do. That's my hustle.
I'm that
That's
man.
kind of what we do. We like to highlight small local businesses, that are friends, families, whatever. Like I said, I do a show like that once a year where I focus on local businesses and promoting them and stuff like that. But we always send our guests a care package. So we're going to send you some stuff with the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast, shirts, Scully's, masks, because you got to protect yourself and stuff like that. And now I got to do a shameless plug and a shameless ask. I know you probably get this a lot, but I'm a nigga just like anybody else, right? How do I book you to come to Kansas City?
I was just in Kansas City.
Yes, we know.
Maybe a few months back. I mean, I'm not hard to book. I mean, you got the number now. Just call me.
Yes. Hey, this is what's so crazy, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you one reason why I love Rodney Perry. I used to do security for a lot of celebrities. They're very hard to touch and get a hold to. But I can honestly say this man is honest. This is true. It wasn't hard to get. I was shocked when he looked at. I called 8 people when I said, "Yo, he hit me back. Is this real?" They was like, "Nigga, call him." I was like, "I don't know. I'm at work right now. Let me wait tomorrow." I put the lady on hold so I could call you.
Hold on. First of all, let's stop right there. You didn't hit me one way. You hit me on Instagram. You text me some kind of way. I don't know how you got my phone number, but you called. I was like, this dude is persistent. I was like, I gotta answer this call.
You better be glad that's all he did, because that man would have shown up with a whole sign outside the door. Like, he's very persistent. If it's something that he wants, he's very persistent.
Very impressed. I was very impressed. So I said,
you definitely do need to come back to Kansas City. We do have more than just barbecue. We do have barbecue, but we do have more than barbecue.
We got cigar lounges. We got whatever you need. My goal is I'm going to talk over with my people. I want you to come to Kansas City, spend a couple of days with us, possibly throw an event. We'll talk about it later, though, but it's our invite to get you to come to Kansas City and see you, not just in your natural state as comedy, but come see us as a community. You know what I'm saying? Because Kansas City gets looked over. We're only known for a few certain things. There's a lot of violence that happens in our city. Our organization, Cypher, we try to curb that as much as possible. We show up at events, we show up at these car rides and stuff like that. And I would love for you to be a part of that. And like I said, we'll talk about that later, but just to throw a shameless plug in your ear, we know you're a busy man doing Coming to America 8. They've already booked you for the next couple of sequels of the sequels and stuff. But we're going to work it out to get you down here, man. So real quick, we're going to get out of here because I don't want to hold you up. I know it's on the East Coast time. Any few last words, comments, or anything that you want to say and leave us with, Rodney?
I mean, more than anything, man, thank you. Thank you for having me. I know you have a choice over who you talk to, and the First Amendment is a friend and family now, man. So thank y'all. You got everybody. You know what? I need to wear some glasses. I don't think you could be on this show without glasses. Hold on.
All this brightness. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Rodney, I've been trying to give them the stick forever. They've been holding out on the stick. I'm just saying, they've been holding out on the stick.
You can't be on this show unless you're 4 at it.
4 items are real. We all got glasses.
Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you for coming on, for taking out of your busy schedule. I know you broke a couple of laws getting there. If you need bond money, we will come get you. We know people.
No bond money.
And if you can use my car. The windshield wipers stay up, but it runs. It'll get you the way you need.
I mean, I've taken my car down to Arkansas when I dropped my daughter off for college. I mean, I don't know how far we'll get, but I get. She's at Arkansas State.
Oh, my daughter's at UAPB.
University of Arkansas.
I'm trying to get through it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get through it. My daughter's never been away from me for more than a couple of days. So taking her 6.5 hours away and dropping her has been different.
That's in is that it? Where is that? In what city is
That's
that?
in Jonesboro.
In Jonesboro. Okay, we are in Pine Bluff. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the one across the state. So yeah, she's down in Jonesboro. On the way down there is one lane highways and dead armadillos. That's it. That's all.
God. Hate those one lane highways.
Look, my brother and sister actually graduated from UAPB in the band program, so that's a very good school, and
Yeah.
she's gonna do absolutely great down there, man. But BC, Nikita, y'all got anything else y'all want to say? Because I'm about to do my pay my bills segment. I think Rodney gonna like me paying my bills. Y'all got
Really
anything
quick,
else?
I appreciate you so much for coming on. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with us. Something you may regret when the camera's off, but at least while we're live, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. He really doesn't wear pants, and he really does wish a Karen would. I'm gonna take up a collection to see if I can hire a Karen for him because I feel like that's just what he needs, you know. But we do appreciate you for coming on. We really do.
Oh, thank you so much.
And the same here. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm starstruck, but I appreciate you coming on the show. I
Nikita,
really
you
want you.
right.
I really want you and Monique.
You have no idea. Let me tell you.
I want you and Monique to do that show. And listen, if you ever need any help with the florist mop, the paper sorted, I got you. I would love to see y'all bring that show back on.
No doubt. I appreciate it.
So let me tell you what Nikita did before you came onto the show, Rodney. She had on this shirt with the push-up bra. So I'm on here just typing the way I look up Nikita. She like, why? I said, girl, we got company on. She said, so what? He act like he ain't never seen it before. Change the shirt.
What is shirt at? Why would you do that?
Because it's to promote my show, right? And we Christians 13 seconds of the day, right? Right? I had my Christian moment. I'm like, girl, put your stuff away. She was like, I'm trying to get a job, nigga. So I had to talk to her about the shirt situation. All right, Rodney, I want you to check me out, paying my bills. Tell me what you think. This is the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast with your boy Dominique, the one and only, a.k.a. Mr. Mouth of the South. I'm here. You can always check me out on the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast on my fan page, just the way that it's spelled. Hit me up on the YouTube at Dominique McKinney. I'm also on the Chap Up the Snap at Dominique29. If you want to be a blessing to the show, hit me up on my Cash App at $Nico42. I am on the Tick of the Talks as well at Dominique41. IG as well at Dominique1029. Then my great co-host Brenda Castleberry at Facebook, IG at Inkscorp, something enigmatic. I don't know what the hell to say that damn thing. But we also do random acts of kindness. And if you want to hit up the Cypher, hit us up at the Cypher Truck and Car Club on the Facebook. That's how we pay bills.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm just saying. And please do not forget to hit Mr. Rodney Perry up at RodneyPerry.com and on IG at Rodney Perry Live. This man is a living legend. Sir, we thank you so much for truly honoring us with your presence, your inspiration, your words, your thoughts, your cigarettes, your everything, man. Just we looking forward to seeing you. However we can support you, you let us know. If we need to bring the whole car club to where you at, we will show up and show out. I got niggas. We got gas money.
I love it.
No, but seriously, if you could get a hold of that jacket, even though we've already discussed that it would not in fact fit him, even if you could get like a replica made, like it doesn't even have to be crushed velvet. It could be, I don't know, take some paper mache and tape at just something similar. Like if we could get that to him, contact me, we will work it out. Because that man, he would just run down the street in that outfit. He probably wouldn't even wear pants.
And I got needle and threads and Adderall, so I can make it work. So just
Adderall.
when she need to get her mind off of something, she's that type of girl. Like if you need your garage cleaned out that you've been waiting to do for the last 4 years, give her some Adderall, and she good.
Oh, get it.
Just let her be. Go out of town, come back, you're gonna be clean. Now, what they talking about right now, like I said, this is no Star Trek. Anybody that knows me knows that there's 3 people in the world that I'm a starstruck over. and I did security for almost 8 years. Number one was Brian Culberson, who's a jazz musician,
I know Brian.
Stevie Wonder, and Rodney Perry.
I worked for the great Stevie Wonder once. Well, you used
I,
to.
I know you did. Trust me. Those are the three people that anybody that, and I love banana pudding. I would beat the shit out of my own brother for some damn banana. I smacked his ass over some banana pudding one time. But anybody that knows me know those are my three famous people that I love tremendously. It's not just no capping and nothing, no, but yes, you are a man. You're the probably arguably one of the greatest living legends that's still alive, man, and you deserve your garden no matter where you at and what you do. And we truly appreciate you for coming onto our show, man.
Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you.
And yes, y'all, I did stalk him for about a week straight. I ain't gonna tell you how I got his number. But yes, I sent him a message. I texted him. I emailed him.
IG though, so you probably got it off there.
Yeah, I got it off the IG, but I made sure it was me. When he called me, I was like, "You sure this is you?" He said, "Yeah, this is me." Okay, I'm a fan. Let's just get that out the way. Then I talk business. All right, y'all. We thank you for coming in and tuning in with us, man. Mr. Rodney, appreciate y'all. Everybody, let's give him the claps.
Is that why I mentioned?
You don't give guests the clap. Like snaps, maybe a high five. Not. Stop telling people we're gonna give them the clap.
He likes the clap.
That's the white people shit. White people snapping, niggas clap. We get enthused about it. I'm just saying, you got to. Well, you can only celebrate Black History half the month.
Your the good half is black.
Right, the good half. All right, y'all, we about to get out of here. And thank Mr. Perry for coming in, tuning in with us. This won't be the first. We will have him on again. We're going to work on getting him into the city and everything. Thank y'all for tuning into the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. And as we always say, peace.